the letter E. They couldn't use the letter Kef, so it came the letter E. They couldn't use, Aleph was silent, so they made it just into the letter A. And if you look at the Paleo Hebrew, which represents the horns of a bull, but it looks like the letter A turned sideways. It's the same thing with the letter Ayin. Although it looks like the letter Y in our modern day Hebrew script, but if you look at it in the Paleo Hebrew script, it looks like the letter O, and that's exactly what the Greeks done. They use that as the Omicron sound. Not the Omega, but the Omicron. And we have the same thing too. So now, if the Greeks don't have the Y sound, what sound would they use to try to replicate that sound as much as they can as far as literacy? Because again, if a Greek person was talking to Paul, and Paul said Yeshua, for an example, well, they knew how to say Yeshua too because they heard Paul saying it. But if they were to write Yeshua down in a letter using the Greek alphabets, they have no letter to replicate that. So what they do to try to transliterate it, man, mind you, when you're looking up the word, you're looking up the word trans as far as translation. But we're looking up the word literate, which gives it the root word, to write, the literacy. The transliteration. You can't transliterate words, we agree. You can't transliterate meanings, we agree. Words, meanings, all of this understanding come out of your mouth, but when you write them on paper, if you are attempting to use letters in an alphabet that does not have the same sounds as the other alphabet it come out of, only thing you're doing is you are trying to capture the sound. It doesn't mean you're changing the meaning. The Greeks did not have a Y sound. So what they did was they put the iota and they put the epsilon next to it to give you that EA. The iota gives you the E sound and the epsilon gives you the E sound, the E as in bed. Also too, we see that there is no letter shin in the Greek. There is no SH sound. In fact, there is not even a letter for the H. So you can't even put sigma up with no other letters to give you an SH sound, like you would do in English, putting an S and an H together. So what the Greeks did were, when they wrote it, when they transliterated, they put sigma there, because that's the closest they get to an S sound. Also too, there is no letter for the W sound. So what do? They give you the Omicron, and next to it they put Upsilon, which gives you the long U sound. And again, there is no SH sound, so you got another S. There is no W sound. But in fact, the way that this brother spelled the Hebrew letters, what they transliterated it from, they transliterated it from Yeshua. But that's another point, because there's not an extra SH and an extra wasp in that letter, in that transliteration. And then again, the Ayin, which is the last letter of his name, is a silent letter, so the Greeks didn't use it. But in most proper Greek names, they add an S to Greek masculine names. That's why when you read in the book of Matthew, let's go to Matthew the 15th chapter, verse 7. Just to show you, for an example, we're gonna look at something. Let's go to Matthew 15. Let's look at verse 7. We see the same evidence of this thing, this being practiced in the New Testament, which is transliterated out of the Greek. So we're going to go to Matthew, the 15th chapter. When you get it, I want you to read verse 7.
We got enough minutes left?
How many minutes do we have left? Timekeeper?
2 minutes or so?
About 2 minutes? Alright, just read that. We're just going to look at Isaiah's name when they transliterated it into the Greek New Testament. Alright, go ahead.
This is Matthew 15 and 7. Ye hypocrites, well did Esaias prophesy of you, saying. And we know what the rest of it says.
Right. Now, we're looking at Esaias' name. But if you look at Esaias' name in the Hebrew, it's Yeshaya. And it is spelled
session that Jesus is actually Zeus. We're going to prove that to you, all right? But before I do that, I want to offer a, make sure, how much time do I have, okay? Okay. I want to make sure that, I want to give you a link, okay? I want you all to put this link, I want to post this link up in my other username, okay? And let's see, okay. Now I want you all to press that link right there. And I want you to go to this website. It is called the cohorts.org. And when you get that site up, press 1. Press 1. But we're going to deal with the language, and the brother just made a comment about substitution. Now let me give you a little background about the Codex Sinaiticus. The Codex Sinaiticus is the oldest Greek writing. It predates the Greek Septuagint. This is one of the most recent discoveries, because as we all know, they're constantly discovering more scrolls and Dead Sea Scrolls and things of that nature. So the Codex Sinaiticus is the oldest Greek. Now if you look at that link that I just gave you on the Codex Sinaiticus, you'll see, if you look over to the right, you'll see Matthew's or Malakiyah verse 1 and 1. And then Malakiyah on the second line, you'll see on the second line, you'll see this. Okay? X, U. That is chi epsilon. Now before the chi epsilon, you have I, which is iota, and epsilon, which is U. Okay? That in the Codex Sinaiticus is the first transliteration that the Greek text transliterated the Messiah's name in Greek. The I and Y are interchangeable. So you have the Y and the U. Okay? Now, that's how the original Greek transliterated the Mashiach's name, and then you have the chi and the epsilon. All right? Do you all see that? Did everybody see that?
I'm trying to find it.
Now, each time in this manuscript, you will see, if you go to another passage of scripture, you will see the same thing. This is the oldest form of the Greek text known that predates the Greek Septuagint. All right? Now, having said that, how much time do I have left?
Yeah.
7 minutes. Okay, in 7 minutes, I'm going to give you some references. The Compact Bible Dictionary. All right, did I spell that right? Dictionary. Sometimes it's hard for me to. No, that's the ayah. Compact Bible Dictionary, and it's ISBN number 0-3-10-22082-3. That's the ISBN number. In the Compact Bible Dictionary, ISBN number, if we go to page, all right, give me a second here, time is of the essence. In 6 minutes to get this out, all right, hallelujah, I can do it, I can do it. All right, if we go to page 119 of this Compact Bible Dictionary, all right? On page 119, it tells us that Crete spelled C-R-E-T-E. Hold on, thank you. And it also says Cretan, C-R-E-T-A-N. T-A-N. Cretan. It says an island in the Mediterranean, 156 miles long, 6 to 35 miles wide, forming a natural bridge between